welcome to the third episode of HCOM Podcast. Here, where we talk about everything eSports gaming. We're joined by Dozy and Nox, and our special guest today is Not Fierce. Dozy, you want to say hello?
Up, everybody.
Not
Hey everybody, what's up?
and Fierce.
How's it going? Thank you for inviting me to the third episode. I am Mock Fears, aka Nick or Gates. I have been with Mock since 2017. I joined the competitive team and I was on the roster for 2 to 3 years, where I worked my way up to become the leader of the team that we were running. I've been gaming for probably most of my life. I'd say I've started on COD 4, then all the way now. Old washed up man by now, but still like to play on the sticks every once in a while. Still play Warzone with the boys here.
Question for you: what's your favorite COD?
I would say my favorite COD is Black Ops 2.
Yes.
My man. I love it.
I would
Zombies
say
was awesome
that
too.
is probably when I was at my best. Also, I think I was 17 or 18 years old when that came in, so I could put in a lot of time. That's the first time that they ever had Master League, and I was number one on the leaderboard for a long time when I was in college. Skipped a lot of classes to play COD.
I heard that, brother. I just played pubs, but I heard that Black Ops 2 had like the best, like probably the best rank mode,
Yeah,
like
I feel like
of all CODs. I mean that's what I mean. People's opinion that I've heard.
I feel like across the board, it was so great. Like the campaign was great. You know, when it gave you options, and whatever you chose, it affected the outcome of the game. There's a bad ending and a good ending. You know,
Yeah.
to it. The zombies were phenomenal. I think that's where I really started getting really good at zombies and multiplayer. Like you said, the rank play. So I feel like across the board, Black Ops 2 was just goated.
Very
Yeah,
much.
I feel Black Ops 2 was the best, other than Call of Duty 4. I feel like that was the start of
Yes, I feel the same
competitive
way.
gaming for COD, and Black Ops 2 was just a great game overall. It brought in more, I don't know, me personally, I did more search and destroy. That was my game mode that I always played game battles and everything on, was just search. But once Black Ops 2 came out, they had the rank play, and then we would do everything from search and destroy to domination and everything else. So that was, I feel like that was a turning point for COD. Instead of most search and destroy maps, it was more variant type gameplay.
Nice. Well, I guess on today's episode we're going to be breaking down gameplays. I'm pretty sure. I think we got one or two gameplays we're going to be breaking down. Maybe talk about some other things that's happening in COD Warzone. A new update, new game modes. Nox, would you hit that clip, please?
Yes, sir.
There's a guy right outside our building.
Throwing frag.
No, me atoran las patas, güey.
Another one.
Gas is closing in.
Underneath.
Relocating the safe zone.
Dude, there's two. Got one down.
Oh, right here.
Ay, güey,
Punched him. There's a guy around here for someone.
There's still people on my purple ping. They're gonna probably rotate in. Two teams fighting over there. Ammo downstairs.
In this building.
Acknowledge we've got Cory.
Okay. You good on plates?
I have
Yes.
0.
Hey, I can drop some for you.
Putting a trophy here.
System activated.
Probably take these.
I'm good. I got 3.
Armor.
I got 5 left over.
They're in that building, Nox.
Okay, yeah, they're still fighting people.
Overhead.
Oh shit!
I think they're all over here.
Hit their rally
Yeah,
point.
yeah, I'm down to cluster that.
Cracked one. Oh, I ran out of ammo. I would have had
Anybody to
to.
push the
I
heck
cracked one of them.
goes
They're all
to
3.
to
It's
our
like a
building.
full, all 3 people in
So
there.
I was watching our left side, and then I started to creep forward when I seen that there was cover on the left. There's a parking lot there,
Yeah.
and there was perfect cover that I could.
If they rotate out 0, I can
need
drop this
be
streak on them.
Circle came
Yeah.
in because they had to push in.
There's people on top of there.
Actually, I might be able to streak the building and get them, huh? You think
So
so?
I was just gearing it.
Yeah,
I'm moving right now. I'm moving right now to go into position, be able to hold them out for storm.
yeah,
So
that
that's what I was thinking right there.
Too. There's a whole team
that
right here.
team. You was watching that team. I was watching over.
The guy got off the truck. Give him a little bit. Huh? You want me to streak it?
Nox and Zero
Yeah,
watching this
100%.
Okay.
one house that
It says airspace too crowded. Hang on.
combined like on
One's outside.
like
Yeah, yeah, reload.
Got him.
Alright, watch out, 0.
Nox's point of view.
Oh, it says airspace too crowded again.
He was watching.
I just did my
That was.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'll watch our back.
Get it up for the other street guys. Nox and Cory and Pierce are putting together.
He's not with us. Zero that streak.
Oh.
You know, Nox was that Zero that.
I'm gonna wait till they leave this house, man. I don't wanna
the precision.
botch it. 0 had called. I'm gonna streak the left side, cause they might rotate left.
There's people underneath, and I believe this precision. We was talking about this earlier. Me and Nox, this precision right here hit.
I'm trying to see what these guys rotate out of.
My left. The dudes was looking out to the left.
Alright, I'm streaking this house right here.
Go for close in.
There's people out here on him.
Yeah. And he got a double kill right
That
here.
one.
I
him.
hit
Shit. Alright, they're like.
There's still more people in this house.
Yeah, Warzone is in a very
Reloading.
weird spot right now.
When has it never been though?
Yes, that's a good point.
4v1.
I was just saying
He's in his
from
White House.
Snipers were broken
Sure,
to
just
now
send
they
it.
have it where you
4v1.
can't even really snipe
Throwing
to
grenades.
now. No matter where you
He's one shot. Gonna stun. Assassinate him.
I don't realize there's only Zero's light.
That was funny. Everyone, we were like, he's right here. And then I'm like, wait, 4v1, and we all run. Everybody's like,
map I hear only one person left. If you guys don't know, I am more of a pusher. I make very bad 50-50 decisions when it comes to COD. So I usually push everything. So in most videos that you watch, I am usually dead or getting ready to die, saying, "Oh, I'm about dead. I'm gonna die here," because I just push everything. Not the smartest player at moments.
Yeah, I'll be
Join
right behind you. No
Yeah. Join the crowd, brother. Reason why we play Rebirth a lot, just because we get to come back, you know what I'm talking about? Me and Dozy. So,
Speaking of
it is.
coming back, that new Operation Monarch, it's crazy, but the resurgence, that kind of adds a little bit of fun to it, I think.
Very much so. I wish they would come out with a special mode just for Caldera to do that. I would think that would just. I think it would go. I would like it.
Yeah, I would play Caldera more if I mean, Caldera's pace just really slow for me personally, but if you add in Resurgence every once in a while, I'd be down to play more often.
Or game modes. I would think it makes it. I don't know. It spices up a little bit, especially Resurgence. You know, they had that mode in the when they had Vanguard, but I haven't seen it here lately. They haven't thrown that in there where Resurgence would happen a certain part of the game, and it used to happen in Vanguard, if you remember. But that was like a few months ago. Hey Nox, we have another gameplay, am I right? You want to go over?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Let's do this.
This is gameplay with Nox and Ear.
I need to hear footsteps and everything. So, really quickly, when me and Fears are playing duos, we have like a recon strat. You want to tell them more about that, about that, Fears? That was a good game,
Yeah, so
What we got here?
I used to get very upset for trying to run and gun. We'd pick up bounties, and then we were dying a lot. So I got the strat off of a streamer that I watch a lot. His name is Iron, and he did a lot of recons, so I started watching some of his gameplay, and I liked in Caldera it's a lot slower, so I figured if we do recons and try to get better position and hold people out from Storm, our kills will go up, and we will have a greater shot of winning, which that's what you want to do in Battle Royale, is get a Warzone victory. So that's what me and Nox started doing, was starting doing a recon strat, and it's, as this game can tell, it paid off for us.
So right here, I'm
Oh,
dropping in.
thing.
Fierce calls out that there's a guy right there. I see him.
You stole the contract, brother.
2 here.
It's all good though. Oh. Shotgun to the fucking face.
No, that shotgun is
there's
really
another one
good if you catch good timing. I think you can one-shot people if you're close enough.
I think there's a delay on most shotguns too.
a delay.
Oh, teabag. Oh no. Oh
Hey,
no.
you know it. I gotta do it. You know,
Uh,
I gotta live up to my gamer tag. They're fighting over there. So right here, we're trying to figure out what our best next move will be. That's where that's where comms come into play too, especially in duos. Because I find in Caldera, there's a lot of times in the first few moments you're getting into gunfights, especially trying to get a contract. But then later on in the game, there's just a lot of campers. You know, even in trios too. But communicating, finding out what the next strat is going to be is very huge, and that's what me and Fierce, do really well, being that we both played on comp teams together, and we both played a lot of Warzone. We just kind of know, just let it flow. It's muscle memory at that point. But over here, we're going for loadout, and then next team we see, we're just gonna push them.
I do really like how fast the loadout drops in. Kind of
that was a good change.
fast-paced. Yeah, you don't have to wait around. You can device at least.
How about that?
I'm pretty sure they did something with the money too. They added a little bit more money.
I like it and I don't like it.
2 boxes.
Far
away.
How's that?
Yes, I like that we get loadout quick, we can get our guns, but sometimes I think it just punishes other people, because all they do is, oh, well, my loadout's right here, I'm going to camp in this bush, nobody's going to see me, and they kill you right when you land on loadout. It is very critical to get to loadout first,
Very much so. Yes.
or buy your own loadout. Because normally, if I go to Gulag, it is early game because of dying at loadout.
Yeah, Lodi camper.
You have extra plates?
I mean, sometimes it'll also just plop it down in the middle of the open, so you really gotta be careful. Sometimes you can't get it at all.
People looted this.
But right now, we're just kind of looking for, cash, a few extra stuff on the ground, and I see this guy over there, so I'm like, okay, let's push this, and we start heading out to kill some people, And I think right here to my right, there's a guy that's gonna be on Fears, but I mean, Fears just takes him, takes him out relatively fast.
No, it was black.
Okay, no, that's not the same person I saw.
Guy right on me.
Throw it in full screen, Nox.
Nice, that was a team wipe. That's the guy you saw, huh? Rose skin? Okay. No, the guy I saw had like a red and
Yes,
white
if I remember correctly, Nox called out a guy in white, and the guy that I just killed was black, so that was not the guy that Nox called out. So we know there is at least another team up here, or another guy up here for sure. So that's why we're looking around, looking for the other person.
Bodies over here.
That's a good distinction in comms. I was talking to Cory about it, how if you watch the best players, they're very precise. And a lot of them play together all the time like you two do, but like they're so precise in their comms that you know exactly like who it is and where they're going to be coming from and what to look for. That's huge. You can have that precision in communication.
I don't want to peek either. Yes, I think that is just from me and Nox playing, well, years together now, about what we do best, what each person does best, what they like to look for. I mean, things like that. Nice freebie kill right there. Easiest kill for Nox in his Warzone career to date.
Pretty
What
much.
was he landing in on? Was there a Lodi there?
He has a white
I
skin.
think so, yeah.
Okay.
Must have been the guy that you've seen. Yes, he's in the window.
Yep, he's still there. I'm gonna rotate left here.
Practice shield.
Nice.
In the video here, I can't hear the comms, but
That's not the same guy.
I'm pretty sure there was another guy in this building.
Yeah.
Because I think I said white. There's a white guy that we were looking for. Oh, yep, there he is.
Yep.
That's not a
Perfect.
Right
on cue.
Yeah, and also, running duos, especially in Caldera, it's always good to have a sniper. And Fears is really good at sniping. I suck at sniping. So him being able to take those long ranges and watch over with the sniper rifle is very huge for me.
I think dude right here was is live pinging for his teammate
Yeah.
when he's
And his teammate's about to drop in, and Fears calls that out here. It's like, he's above you.
Right above you now.
yeah.
Oh, he dropped down, I think?
Yes, he's in the room that
Yeah,
you just
right
killed
back in the
guy.
same building. Oh, you broke his camera,
Get out,
didn't you?
play,
And
kid.
they're-
Get out
Yeah.
my lobby.
And shot his
One
body.
behind you, one behind you.
Holy
Oh,
shit.
He's running across the street.
One
Only
Oh,
gonna get more toxic. Here we go, another gunfight.
shot, absolute.
Yeah, I broke
Oh,
the
uh,
this
shield.
gunfight was a very weird gunfight.
It was.
If I remember correctly, we down a guy and we go to push and we almost die. So there was actually two people here that we only seen one on the screen, and I think we get it down like right about now. Oh, yes, the car blows up, I get it down. But his teammate has to be laying directly behind him.
Oh, another one. Nice
Yeah, I
shot,
never
he's
saw
laying
him.
down.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Oh,
He was, yeah.
no.
So I think when we watched it back through,
Nice. Let's
I came
go.
back over and finished that guy, but he was laying down behind a rock that was next to the car that blew up. So his teammate blew up from the car, and then the other guy was just laying down.
Yeah, it was a very weird thing, because I never even saw the second guy.
This guy is who
We took them out. I mean, you see how mixy you can get very quickly in Caldera. Like, within, this was like less than 2 minutes, we already wiped like 3 different teams. And I'm like, we're fine right now. Like, I was feeling myself. I checked that kill cam. We had 11 kills total. We are fine. And, not kill cam, scoreboard.
Like I said it before on past past podcasts, it's either you're running for 10 minutes not seeing nobody, or you're surrounded by so many different teams. Good UAV too.
Yes, and in Verdansk, I feel like UAVs were good, but in Caldera, you have to have a UAV to be able to rotate on this map. The altitude is so much different that there's always somebody up above you just waiting to look down and shoot you in the open. So UAVs are
A must.
a must, yes. I was trying to find the word, that was a perfect word, a must in Caldera.
And there's so many trees and shadows, like dark places, especially with people running the rogue skin or anything that's kind of dark. They just be in the shadows, and it makes it very difficult.
The UAV subject on the UAV, since they nerfed Ghost a little bit, I think a lot of people's not running Ghost much.
Sponsor.
In my opinion, because I never pick up Ghost now, because they said you got to be moving on the UAV, or you got to be moving for you not to show up on a UAV if you have Ghost.
Correct. And I feel like they have so many different perks now that they've added to the game, which I think has helped out Tempered. So the 2 plate instead of 3, I think is huge for if you are definitely in duos, trios, or quads. If you are trying to fight that last guy, you can plate up real quick or hide behind the corner and kill that last guy. Solos it's okay, but I would definitely run Tempered from in duos, trios, or quads. It definitely helps out.
Also, you see how we're rotating? We take our time because we like to be on the edge of the storm and rotate kind of in. Sometimes if we do like multiple recons, we'll go into the center of the last circle sometimes. But over here, we're about to get into another gunfight to our left. Oh, in front of me. There's two. Or
Nice
one more.
down.
He went to the left by the building. He might be inside the building. The little white hut. And so Fierce throws a snapshot to see where this dude is, and
Yes.
see how we rotate to set up a pinch. The dude has no idea that Fierce is coming around backside. So we don't try to stack up. A lot of times you'll see people try to stack up and somebody gets a two-piece or a collat. That was not our bad.
Yeah.
And again, it's just that years of experience where if Fierce sees me going left, he automatically knows I'm going right. And we set up a nice little pinch. Sometimes we'll do a bait and switch as well. But it worked out here really well.
I couldn't really see that dude either. I mean, I know he kind of drop shot, but he was kind of the visual on that was
Fighting
kind
down
of
low,
bad.
left as well, yeah. We're coming up the hill feet. And yeah, from here on out, Fierce is sniping. He sees some people down low. I think that's factory or mines. And right now, since I know he's down there, I'm going up here to make sure nobody looks down and kills us. Because high ground is another thing with Caldera, with all these freaking rocks.
Yeah.
So I'm just pushing up here to make sure he doesn't get pinched.
Piers, is this like before the sniper nerf or after?
This is before.
Okay.
This is when the car was a one shot.
Okay.
I don't have an eye on that.
Got my full.
Okay.
I really like the edge of zone rotation. I mean, a lot of times I'll forget to even do it in Caldera. I did it more in Verdansk, but like Piers was saying about high ground, see these guys up there that Nox is shooting at now. Like if you're not aware, like it's good for like the pinwheel rotation as far as positioning, but you have to be careful because at any moment's notice, you look up, somebody's holding you just as you're holding somebody else. So, I mean, it's good that not you went up here, Nox, to check it out, because you could have, if you both were down low, you could have both got killed there pretty easily.
A holder becomes the held. But yeah, we lost this guy. He pulled a Houdini.
Yes. I remember this. This is the team we were looking for them pretty much all the way till end game, because I'm pretty sure this was the guy in a ghillie suit.
And we're like, where did this guy go? And I mean, I couldn't find him, and I'm like, he's probably playing like a rat. And so I'm like,
the only thing that after watching the video, I think he had to go down the hole that Nox just looked at up here. I think he had to jump down low. The little
bunker.
Yes.
I was not about to jump down there either.
That we could find of where he went.
Yeah. So we chose to just keep rotating. We're like, okay, forget this guy. Can't find him. We're not about to drop down that hole and get thirsted. So we're just gonna go ahead and keep rotating. Rotating in.
I remember playing with Cory not too long ago, and we were in the same spot on the map. We hadn't seen anybody in forever.
I have no
So I said, I'm gonna go loot this bunker. I dropped down and there's a guy pre-aiming at the bottom of the ladder. I hadn't seen anybody in 5-6 minutes, and he's just down there looking at the bottom. I said, Cory,
there's too many places I can't see.
What is this? What are we playing?
So right here, we're communicating which way we want to rotate, whether it be left or right. We made the call to go right. And still, I'm still worried about that guy popping up, so I'm checking out 6 every now and then. But we're still, we're being cautious because there's a lot of places where people will lay down under the bush or camp. And so we decided, okay, we're gonna rotate. As you see on the map, on the top left corner, Fierce is looking one way, I'm looking the other way. But we're close enough to each other to where we can rotate over to help out in the gunfight, but far enough away if somebody throws a nade or downs one of us, he won't get both.
You just got shot up.
Mm-hmm. So right now we're just kind of looking around.
Yeah. I just hate
I'm pretty sure I make the call that we need to rotate back the way that we came, because I was getting shot and we couldn't pinpoint the exact location, so we just went back up to where we knew. We just rotated so we knew nobody was there.
Right.
This is like one of the worst parts of a map, wide open. You really can't see anything. It's. I mean, you can, but I'm just talking about it wide open and pushing everywhere. It's just crazy.
So right now I'm like, okay, we can head to this buy station, both get self-resis, and then rotate back up. And so we're like, okay, that's a good play. So right now I'm just checking high ground again. Because we're gonna try to make a play for this buy station. You know, I see that we have enough to get both of us self-resis. And I'm like, okay, let's at least get a selfie here, or one of us, and then rotate back up left like Fears was saying. And we just had a beautiful time right here with the fire sale. But also, with that being said, is like, okay, we see how we didn't just rush it. We knew that being that there was a fire sale, other people might be thinking the same thing. Oh, let's get to this buy and get some, discounted stuff. So we kind of played it a little slow, and then we decided, okay, we might as well. This is our go. Grab what we need and then head back up the hill. Oh, I can't get a UAV. Yeah, I'll drop my cash. We combine together. Should be able to get a UAV, right?
Yeah, Cory, you're talking about it being open.
Heading back up the hill.
I actually like the way Caldera is designed, even though I'm not like completely 100% a fan of everything on the map. I mean, there should be maybe a few more rocks and stuff in the open, but as a keyboard and mouse player, I know we talked about this a few podcasts ago, or last podcast, but I feel like I kind of excel at these mid-range spots where I can, get on a heady on a rock and just play people based on positioning. So it's really hard to play people who are hiding in a house, but if you can flank around, these trees, these rocks, really make a play for cover.
Still a good amount of people left.
Yeah, you're really good about that. Like, I'm not. Like, we talked about this before with you tried what, like yesterday or the day before on the controller. All I hear, I can't move like I want to. I'm like, God damn it! You're trading something for aim assist. But anyway, but I understand what you're saying because I know how to play. You can play a rock really well on mouse and key. Just a whole team pushing you, and you can play a damn rock out in the middle of nowhere if they're all rushing you and break the whole team's leg. So I've seen it.
So what I'm doing here is I'm just camping out the buy station until that fire sale went over. So the fire sale just ended, and I'm rotating down here just to kind of check the right. As you see, Fears is working his way up left because that's where we're gonna go. And I'm just like, okay, I'm gonna make sure nobody's trying to creep up behind us. And I'm also waiting for the gas to hit that white outer edge, that circle, and then see where it goes next. Because our plan is to rotate up left, like Fears was saying earlier, but we wanted to see where circle would pull before we made that trek. And so as you see here, I'm still looking at my mini map to see if I see any gunfire or anything. So now Fears is like, okay, we're gonna rotate up here. So I'm like, all right, I'm coming up. And I like to keep my head on the swivel, so you always see me look around,
Yeah, you're just looking at it everywhere.
And you have to, because the second you don't, you'll get shot from a bush.
Yeah.
I've got a clip of me and Cory doing really well. We were frying all the game.
I said we rotated
And
left. We came from left.
We were about as close to the edge of zone as you are now, Nox. Like a centimeter on the minimap, and we get fried from a bush from some guy with ground loot. And we're like, God damn it. We should have checked.
So right now, yeah, I mean, like you said, you have to. Like, it's people just playing like rat-tat-tat-tats. But right now, I'm checking all the way edge of circle. Like, I'm right on edge, and because I know Fears is deeper in, so I'm like, I'm gonna hang out on the outer edge and follow up. Because again, he's rocking a sniper, and what else were you rocking? A sniper and what was your other gun?
MP40, I believe.
MP40. So I know he's aiming down sights. He's scoping it out, and I gotta be the one to kind of like be looking around, because if he's ADSing on one direction, he can't just like with an AR. But he starts getting shot at near this area, and I'm like, okay, I see somebody out here on the left hand side. So I'm trying to figure out where all these people are shooting, but I'm still worried about our backside. So right here, we're gonna start focusing on what gunfight we're gonna start taking. As you see, Fears is ADSing. I'm like, okay.
Yes. Hit him again.
Yes, and with me sniping, live markers or pings go a really long way in these dark areas. If I get a general area, it's a lot better to just glimpse their head, boom, shoot them.
Yeah, the ping system is a little bit better than it was. You like for a while there, you couldn't. I would try to ping somebody, it wouldn't ping. I don't know if it's a controller thing or.
So I
feel like
just
that is
Behind the
mostly a
loadout.
controller thing.
yeah. So I just pinged a guy to his right. And I'm also looking up above us. I'm like, okay, I know there's a guy to my left. There's a
See
guy
him?
out there west, and I know people are probably gonna rotate behind us. So I'm like, I'm trying to get a fast kill so I can rotate back up. But with all the trees and the ruins in the way, I'm like, okay, I can't see nobody. So right now I'm trying to get in somebody's face here and force the situation. But as you see, I'm looking up, and as soon as Fierce takes the high ground right here, I'm like, okay, I have some cover. I can slowly move up. I'm still trying to watch his back too.
I really like how you play off of each other. Him being the sniper and just
Over
I
here,
don't you can tell you complement each other really well.
Don't even see this
So that's
guy.
the dude that started shooting at Fierce, and Fierce
Trying
calls
to
it
get
out.
percentages
So I'm
on
like,
dead.
okay, you go ahead and do your thing, and I'm gonna keep this guy at bay.
Already played up.
And I hate the damage.
Time to self-res.
Fierce hits himself as he's able to play it up and get to a better position.
Just play it up.
But yeah, I hate the damage I get on people. I'd be getting so much damage and no kills. As you see right now, I'm trying not to overextend or OE, as we would say, because I know people are right here. So I didn't want to wide peek and get shot from somebody else.
Over here.
So I
Yes.
pinged that, and I'm like, okay. And my spidey senses were tingling. I'm like, somebody's gonna rotate behind us. I automatically know. But I want to kill this guy to the left. But he's not peeking, so I'm like, okay. Here in a minute, I'm gonna start rotating back to the right, because something in my head is like, somebody's gonna come up behind us. And so I communicate that with Fierce, so that Fierce doesn't OE either, or overextend. And so
As
I'm
soon as
like,
I think that, I get shot in the head.
so Fierce is in a prime spot right there. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna leave him. He's got cover. I'm gonna check this side. So I throw a trophy on him. And I'm like, hey, I'm leaving you, buddy. I'm going over here. Because, if somebody tries to push him and starts throwing stuff, at least the trophy will help out.
Somebody's loadout to the right.
Does it stop the bow? Do you know?
That I'm not sure.
Kind of weapon.
But I see this
There
guy
it is,
playing in the
another-
bush. And Fierce goes down again. So I throw these just to keep those guys at bay so that they don't push while I go for the res. And so I tell Fierce, hey, there's people behind us. I'm going to res you, and we're going to fight these guys behind us and then pick the team in front of us. Because that team behind us has high ground, so we got to kill them first. So I'm rotating back up while Fierce replates. And we both, play this out. So I wait for Fierce to come up. But we do have to push soon because circle is going to be closing. So I'm like, alright, I'm going to switch my MP40. And right here, I'm like, you ready? And Fierce says yes. So I'm like, okay, I'm going. I'm still looking for this guy. I'm like, he's playing like a rat.
I'd be in the bush here.
And I don't see this guy. And I'm like, And I'm thinking to myself, check the bush. And I turn. And I'm like, hold up.
I didn't even
Yes.
see him. I didn't even see him, brother.
Behind you.
The ghillie suit.
In the bush.
Let's go. Let's G.
And I'm guessing you still remember that guy from your left that you couldn't get the down on, so you know where he's at.
Well, he had
Yeah.
rotated out, I think. That's
he
why we
rotated?
decided to leave him, yeah. But I was still worried about people down below us. I'm like, okay, there's this truck here.
Probably down
So I'm like, I don't see this guy. And Fierce is scoping it out with his sniper rifle. So I'm like, okay, look, I'm gonna go down here. And we looked at the score, the kill here. You can see it's a 2v1. So it's us two versus one guy. So I'm running to the edge. I'm taking the low ground. And he's taking the high ground. We're trying to set up a
2v1.
pinch on this guy. And Fierce finally sees him and he pings him. I'm like, okay, I see this guy. And he's on this little heady. So I'm waiting for him to peek.
He's right behind this rock.
Okay.
And he peeks right there. I rip off his armor. I don't know, he ripped off my armor. I thought
Okay,
he
I'm
ripped off
self
his
Just
armor.
play it.
I'm like, okay, I'm selfing. Fierce is just ADSing with a sniper rifle.
Yeah,
And,
I think I
pops his
say,
head.
just show me your head. And
Yeah.
then he finally does.
Oh,
Get it.
Hey,
Pops him. Takes the dude's head off.
My guy.
So, yeah, that was if you notice, we never went to Gulag that entire match.
I love those. I love those type of games, brother. Just going at it like the whole game.
Yeah.
But as I said it before, for a minute there, y'all was actually like there was multiple teams y'all was killing, but then there was also a good portion of that y'all was just scoping out. You know what I'm saying, where people was, and you didn't really see anybody.
Yeah, and
So you know,
go ahead.
it's just like that's what I'm saying. Sometimes you can't. It's not consistent, but I don't guess that's how battle royale is supposed to be. But like I said, I just hate the games that you run around for 10 or 15 minutes and not see anybody.
Yeah, and I was about to say something to that point. Is it can get a little boring, right? When you're running around, you don't see nobody, and you get into the final circle and you only got like 3 kills, but you get the dub. It's like, at that point it's like what matters more, the kills or the
Yeah, true,
dub.
true.
Me,
Yep.
I love running stuns. I'm a stun and gun and run. I stun somebody, I run up in their face, I kill them, I shoot their body, I teabag them. Right, that's me. So when it's like I don't get that in the game, I get like 2 AR kills. I'm like, damn, where's everybody at? But I get the dub. I'm like, I'll take it.
Yeah.
So it can
Yeah.
get kind of boring a little bit. But that's just the way the Caldera is, right? In Verdansk, it was a lot different where you kind of knew where everybody was going to be, what hot spots were. You got cars. It was just a whole different map. So you played a certain way. In Caldera, you're going to get those games where you'll be running, like we just saw, for a few minutes. Like, we dropped within the first 5 minutes of the game, we had like 11 kills. And then the next 5 minutes felt like we didn't see anybody.
Yeah.
It's just the way that map and the way everybody plays on it now is just having to adjust and adapt to that play style. It can be difficult, yeah. But I kind of like it.
I'd like to make a point between the different maps. So I look at Verdansk as more of a team deathmatch oriented type thing, whereas Caldera is more battle royale. You have to take your time. It's more positioning. Where in
Yep.
Verdansk you could get very high kills and stay in like one area. In Caldera you can't do that. I mean,
Right.
maybe you could stay in peak for a while and then like jump off, but it's mostly positioning in Caldera, and Verdansk was more, I feel like, multiplayer.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
kind of feel
I feel
that
like
too.
Caldera is more
Yeah.
battle royale.
And that's what I like about this map. It does feel more like you're in the mix, like you're actually there with your squad. SEAL Team 6 rolling up on the mountains. You got your sniper, you got maybe a secondary sniper, AR, and SMG. Like, I agree with that point 100%. This feels more like a battle royale. Not saying I like the whole you can't climb the fucking rocks. I wish they would fix some of this shit. But it does feel more like a BR map, similar to that of Blackout. Even though Blackout was their first BR map, and they had little towns and everything, there was a lot of spots where it was like hills and mountains. I
If
can see
it-
that difference. Yeah.
Blackout would be really good if they would have changed the mechanics, like the plating, the gun system with the they I guess looking more towards what was it PUBG with the attachments
Yeah.
and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
The attachments on the
And,
ground and everything.
yeah.
Yeah.
Warzone just kind of simplified it, and with the plates and adding the guns with the attachments already on it and stuff like that. But I would love to see the grappler come back, brother. I would love that.
I don't know. I think in Blackout it worked, but I feel like it would be too much in Caldera. Maybe the next Call of Duty, if it's like a futuristic, maybe.
Yeah.
Because Black Ops 4 was a more of a futuristic
Yes, it was.
game, and I think that's why they had the grapple. And you had like Black Ops 3 where you can wall run and everything, the little boost packs or whatever. But if they had another Call of Duty game and they build another Battle Royale map, maybe for Caldera, I don't think I would like it. They already have the balloons and the zip lines.
Sure.
I like Balloons was a good addition to Caldera also.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're pretty much stealing that idea from Apex, but hey, it works.
Yeah. Fortnite's got balloons. Well, they got zip lines too.
Zip lines, yeah. Yeah, Fortnite and Apex, they both have it, right? Yeah. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah.
Everybody steals off of everybody in a sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Anything to
new-
make more money, get more
Yeah.
players. That's what it's all about.
This new update is all right. I kind of like the game mode, but Fierce can tell you about this. He ran into a glitch. You want to tell us about that, Fierce? With the new
I will. Yes. So we were playing the Monarch mode where we get to fight Godzilla and King Kong, and to get our loadout super fast, you get I guess it'd be a turret gun. Is that what we call it?
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. If you die in a turret gun, you do not respawn back. It is a glitch that we didn't think was a glitch. I died the first time. I was like, okay, maybe that was just a fluke. No, if you get killed in the turret gun, you do not respawn. You have to wait.
We're sitting here. Me and Noxer was in the just looking for people. I was like, Fierce, are you coming back? Because it was a 0. his countdown was 0, and he was like, it's just keep starting over. I'm like, oh yeah, he done glitched out, and it happened to us multiple times
Right,
in multiple games, and we had to back out and start again. But I mean, that's going to happen when you're going to just, I mean, have two big monsters on the map just destroyed. I would believe
fucking shit up.
Yeah.
Another.
But
Go ahead.
the other, one of the main things, and Dozy said earlier, is the resurgence coming in. I love it. I mean, it's really good.
Well, you got to in that game mode. You're fighting two monsters. You're fighting other teams. You're gonna be dying a lot. It almost for them to have people that want to play that mode. They had to put that in.
Yeah.
But another thing, going back to that glitch. Another thing that's kind of broken is the buildings, right? Some buildings I go in when Kong is about to do his Kong Wrath or a heat wave, and I go into a building and I'm protected, and then I go into another building and I get, squished or I die from the heat wave or whatever. I don't know what buildings, I guess on the map that some are more protected or whatever, but it's like I'm always taking a gamble where if I stay in this building, it's like 50-50. If the building's in the middle of that red circle, it's 50-50 for me.
Yeah.
I don't know. Me and Fears was that you, Fears, when we were in the clock tower?
Yes.
Yeah, we were up top fighting a team, and we got the alert that Godzilla had his heat ray about to beam us. So we're like, okay, let's just hurry up and run to the clock tower because we couldn't go nowhere. We were on the top of the roof. We couldn't parachute down. So let's just go on the clock tower. There was somebody above us that we were waiting for them to drop down the ladder. So we just each took a corner, just waiting, and then the heat wave just came through and killed us both. And there's no windows in the clock tower. There's no windows. I'm like, what the fuck?
Streaks in Caldera. Everything is going through everything now.
Yeah.
You can be in the middle of a building and still die, and you're just what? What just happened?
Yeah, airstrikes. Yeah, that happens to me countless times. I that's one thing I freaking hate. It's like I move out the way for the streak when I get the notification. I jump in the building and then I still get down. I'm like, what?
It even happened.
The kill streaks that happen that you never get a notification.
Yeah, that too. That's been an issue too.
That's bad in Rebirth. Really bad in Rebirth with the notifications. But just maybe a week ago that I was playing Rebirth with Dozy and a couple other people, and I was hiding in the stairwell, like in prison, like towards the water tower. But I was in the stairwell, and somebody called a precision, and it killed me from there. Like I said, I was like 2 layers down, and it just killed me from there. So, I mean, there's still a lot of bugs and stuff like that. And like I said, the monsters kill streaks in there, I just run right straight out. No, if it's coming, I don't even care for a building. I'm just if it's wide open, I'm taking to where I'm safe. And it's been getting me killed. But I mean, like I said, you're either going to die in the building with it, or somebody going to shoot you. So I take it. I'm coming back anyway. The only thing is, whenever the circle gets down smaller and they start with these streaks and people start calling in the monster streaks, it's just really hard to get out of the way.
I've gotten second place, and it's so close on Operation Monarch. I got second place
And it was just like, man, the circle was so tiny, and it felt like the whole circle was just red.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Kong's wrath. I move out the way, and then as soon as I move out the way, Godzilla's big, huge beam just. I'm like, man, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. Try to move out the way. It's just like, I'm just gonna sit here and accept my fate.
Well, that
Yeah.
game we were playing earlier this morning, when I didn't realize it was just me versus a whole other team. Seems like everywhere I went to try to get an advantage as far as zone goes, I had to move
Yeah.
almost immediately. And then finally you're like, oh, it's one other team. And it's like, okay, it's 4v1. But I mean,
You
it's
almost did
just,
it to them. You full killed one guy and you ripped the other guy, but he didn't. He waited on the push when you were in the little
yeah,
bunker. Yeah,
he played it well.
yeah.
Ran out of ammo. I panicked.
That was an
Killed.
insane kill on the first guy. It's like, oh, Dozy just ripped that man's shit to shreds. Sent him back to the lobby.
But I don't know. Overall, the updates are. I thought there was going to have like like I don't. Did they have like a? I was asleep for it. Like a event, or did they just add the playlist? Because usually they have an event like the train event or they had what was another event they had in Brad? Uh,
I don't know.
The
uh,
nuke, right? Where
yeah,
everybody's running to the stadium or away from the
yeah,
stadium.
yeah. I thought they
Oh,
would have
oh
like
yeah.
something live. You
I
know,
don't think they
maybe.
did.
Yeah, I don't think they did either. You would. That's what I wanted to see. I
Actually,
wanted to.
I think they did have a live event. I think they fought each other or something. Because I remember at work I seen something Nick Merckx actually got on
All right.
Warzone to do it, and he's been playing Apex lately.
Okay.
But yeah, overall, I kind of like the Operation Monarch. It's it's pretty cool. Like you said, it's frustrating with the streaks. Out in the open in the buildings in the tiny circle, but it's pretty fun. Um, let's transition to streaming. 'Cause I know I was streaming it earlier. Fears, you're getting ready to stream here soon too, and you Dozy. Fears, you're gonna be on Twitch. Dozy's on YouTube, correct? Or did I get that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, I
So
tried streaming the other night. I'm just gonna have to wait until fiber comes in. It should be in here in a couple of months. I
nice.
just do not have the internet capacity to do it at this point.
But you have your Twitch channel set up, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna link those descriptions. I'm gonna link those two down in the description below. So they can start following you. With that, you excited, bro? To start streaming? I know you've been talking about it for a minute.
Oh, yes. Nice way to pass the time. I'm excited.
Yeah, get some
Oh.
of those clips together. Was that Dozy?
I was gonna ask Fears, like, if he can tell a big difference switching from, I guess you were on console before, right? Now you're on PC. Can you tell
Yes. Not as much lagging. That's one thing that I noticed. I feel like when Caldera came out, I mean, I could play, but it seemed like any gunfight I got into, like, even if I got the first shot, it was like 50-50 if I was going to win.
Oh, okay.
I feel like now on computer, it's 60-40. Like, if I
PC,
don't
MR.
shoot first.
A little bit better odds there.
What FOV you play on? You think that helps any for you? Fierce.
Yes.
What do you?
I
What do you?
I play on 110.
Okay.
I tried 120. I think it was too wide, so I moved it down just a little bit.
And for those of you who don't know, FOV means field of view, by the way.
I would, man. I don't like when they said they can't add it to console because consoles can't take it. I'm just wondering if they can give a little, like, instead of 80, take it up to like 90, 95, 100, something like that. And I don't know. I don't know how that works. So,
Yeah, I don't
but
know. I mean, I feel like Call of Duty is trying to go the route of gearing and catering more towards PC. I mean, even though I'm still on console, I always say PC MR, PC Master Race. It's always going to be better on a PC, and I think a lot of pros now, Call of Duty pros, and some people that play recreational, they're switching to PC. They play with a controller, or they switch entirely to mouse and keyboard, and they've been playing Like I guess we could like do a Google search on how many people from this past year transition from console to PC. It's got to be high, and so if they're looking at those numbers, I'm pretty sure the next Call of Duty game that comes out is gonna cater more towards PC than controller. I mean, console. Wouldn't you think? Maybe. I
Uh,
don't know.
in
That
some
sounds
degree,
fun.
in some degree, but you're still like console is going to be your main your main
Yeah,
thing.
but
'Cause
in terms of
there-
graphics and like
yeah,
mechanics.
I was just talking about money wise. You
Oh,
know,
that too.
a lot of people don't have $1,000, $1,500, $2,000 just laying around just to buy a PC. Most of them have a PS4, or a PS5, which you can get for 500, or a PS4 or a PS4 Pro for what is it, $200, $300. You know what I'm saying? And still, I believe console is there's more people playing on console COD than there is PC. Even though PC is gaining
Well, yeah,
more, yeah,
more traction. Yeah,
yeah,
100% there's still more people on console, but the amount of people who've switched so far,
yeah,
it's got to be high. But I
yeah,
mean, again, Microsoft now owns Activision Blizzard, so who's to say that And of course, they make Xbox, right? Are they gonna
yeah.
try to make the Xbox just as powerful as a gaming PC? Are they gonna make some type of PC Xbox or what? What are they
Yeah.
gonna try to do to up?
Yeah.
They freaking own the company that makes Call of Duty, and
Yep.
they manufacture consoles. So are they gonna cater? Are they gonna do like PlayStation did, where there was an exclusive? PlayStation had the contract for Call of Duty for like 4 years straight, and so you got exclusive stuff on PlayStation that Xbox players couldn't get. Are they gonna try to do that now? Everything's cross-platform now, though. But Xbox and PC versus PlayStation, what are they gonna do? They freaking own the company that makes this game. Are they gonna try to make it better for Xbox and PC and not as good for PlayStation 5 or for people who are still in the Pro? I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure all these years Microsoft wants their revenge from PlayStation, I guess. Just, you stole the contract from us, so fuck you. We're going to buy out the company. PlayStation owners, you can't get season access until a year later. I don't know, some shit like that. But I don't know, it's just something to think about. I just find it fascinating. It's like, it's weird. I've just always known it to be like a console heavy game, and now it's like bringing all the different aspects into play.
I think they're just going to give like the Xbox exclusive and just
Like
take it away from PlayStation.
exclusive content, maybe?
Yeah,
Or
just
early
like they did.
access, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, that's all they're going to do. It's still going to release on all.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So it is what it is.
So Fears, outside of gaming, what do you like to do in your spare time? I know we don't really play comp anymore. We don't have a comp team, so we just kind of play and stream and create content. What do you like to do outside of the gaming world? Talk a little bit about that.
So outside of the gaming world, I have 3 children, if you guys didn't know. And I have a 7-year-old, about to be a 4-year-old, and a 1-year-old. So,
Ooh.
7-year-old is in sports, so every weekend is mostly sports oriented. And then the little monsters that are 4 and 1 are just getting into everything right now. So I mean, it's a fun age, but so gaming right now is more of a relaxed time just to get away from everything, and that kind of sounds bad, but
Yeah.
No,
I mean,
man,
that's what it's supposed to be.
it can be its own job.
I have a 12-year-old, and he's in the. We're in the baseball season. Well, actually, it's in baseball season, but
Yes, I coach wrestling with my son, and baseball season just started. So wrestling season just ended, baseball season just started. So
Damn,
have
you
a
didn't
game
even-
in the early morning. We live about an hour away from where he plays, so I got to leave about 7:15 in the morning to get to his 9 o'clock game. So be a good day tomorrow.
all right.
You don't skip a beat. When do you sleep?
When you got kids, I mean, it's
As long as I get about 5 hours, I'm good to go. That's all I need. Same when I was younger, though. I mean, I feel like it's the same as when you're young, trying to play COD, grinding for camos and everything else.
I used to do that all the time, grind for camos. Not obsidian. Well, I did obsidian for Modern Warfare, but diamond and gold. I used to do that all the time. Now, not so much.
it's too hard now, brother.
Yeah.
It's done got ridiculous. Like
It
Black Ops
has.
4 was the last one I tried to get camos, and the only reason why I did that, I mean, it was a little bit easier, and the camos are really good. The gold and the diamond. Oh my! I mean, and how they lit up different colors on different streaks she was on. I never did get the main one they had though, but I just got like diamond ARs, diamond, because that's what I. But that was the last COD that I did camo.
Black Ops 3. What was the highest camo? Was it Black Matter or Dark Matter? I think it was Dark Matter, right? That looks so dope, and I always wanted it. I grinded my butt off trying to get that. It looks so dope, and I don't think I ever got it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to reinstall that game and see if I can do it. But that's one of the. I think that's the only game that I really wanted to grind for the highest camo. Everything else was like diamonds or gold. Didn't really care about anything else. But Black Ops 3, the Dark Matter, ooh, that just stood out to me for some reason. I always wanted to do it. But Fierce, talk a little bit about sniping as well. Because I could never get into sniping. What made you get into sniping on Call of Duty?
So I feel like sniping in Call of Duty came down to search and destroy. Me and my little brother played a lot of game battles when we were younger. And I feel like he was more of the sub push everything, and I was the setback snipe. So I would watch over like B bomb or A bomb. We had different strats on different maps, and snipers came in very handily in search. So I feel like that's where sniping for Caldera has come in. Well, before this patch.
Oh yeah, we talked about that with Dozy. Was it the first podcast about them nerfing the snipers?
Yeah, it's first or second. It's frustrating, but it is what it is.
I think the Call of Duty creators were like, what can we do to piss off Fears and Dozy? I know! Nerf all the snipers!
Something like that.
If you can, that one from Cold War that everybody's using now, if you could get over the bulkiness and again, the mag coming out of the side of a sniper, I don't know. I be watching streamers using it here lately. I don't know. What was it called? You know what it is, Dozy? The
Which
Zero
one?
use the one
Oh, the
Zero.
ZRG?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he says it's like better than the car was. I mean, but I don't see it. It's just
No, it's not better than the car was.
Car 98?
before
yeah.
Car 98 Modern Warfare, not the Car 98 Vanguard. The Car 98 Vanguard is booty.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the flinch, I think. The flinch on all the snipers is horrible.
If they nerfed them, they should have took away the flinch. Since they already nerfed them, just take away the flinch. No, simple as that.
Yeah.
I can't shoot shit with it anyway, especially with it. I couldn't shoot shit before. Now I definitely can't. One person hits me with a damn bullet, my gun goes straight up to the sky. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Kind of
I don't-
scoping in, trying to see Saturn up there.
Yeah, like what?
Damn Mars. It's like, I thought this was a sniper rifle. It's turned to a
Yeah.
telescope.
Hell yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I did read that, and we talked about the flinch and everything. I'm like, no, I could never. I would lose my freaking mind. I tried sniping earlier today when I was playing with some randoms. I picked up a sniper rifle off the ground, and somebody was shooting at me in the flinch. They just kept bopping up and down. Like, damn, how does Fears and Dozy play like this. It's like I can't. But
Yeah.
but to my surprise, and I'll put the video out maybe in a clip later on. I got a few shots off. I downed 2 people. Couldn't get the full kills because the way the buildings were, but I cracked a lot of people's armor, so I was happy. Then I tried to snipe somebody else. I got over ambitious, and the dude melted me, so I had to run back with my tail between my legs and jump off the building. But yeah, I tried out a sniper and I couldn't. So props to you guys. I could not.
No,
I
I'm not a
seen
sniper.
TP use the car, so I might try that tonight. Actually, just as long as you're within 100 meters, he was getting 1-shot headshot kills. So
Really? The Car 98?
yes, so I feel like I need to set up that class again and see if it works. If not, I thought about normally I run a sub when I run sniper, but I thought about using an AR for if I can't hit my snipes. So we'll see how that goes.
Sure.
All right. Well, this has been a good one. We're just a little over an hour. That's not bad. We covered a lot of things.
Vibing out.
Yeah, bro. I love it. I can't wait to do more of these. But yeah, it was great having you on, Fears. Talk about your gaming experience, and what you do outside of it. So thanks for coming on, brother. Dozy, as always, Cory, and from now on, we're gonna have Cory take the wheel on these podcasts. Yeah, everybody give a round of applause. He's gonna take the mantle. Yeah. Oh,
I got you, brother.
I knocked my mic down. But everyone, as always, be cool, stay safe. Don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Leave a like down below. Drop a comment. Or is it drop a like and leave a comment? Whichever one, you know what to do. As always, it's your boy Nox. Be cool, stay safe, and keep those comments.